A history of the Church's Conservation Trust in 352 churches. 1st of April 1969, the CCT founded as a redundant churches fund by pastoral measure in a partnership between the church, the state and campaigners led by Ivor Bulmer Thomas. 7th of May 1971, Edlington, St Peter, South Yorkshire, first vesting, saved from destruction by campaigners. Paracoombe, St Petrock, Portland, St George, Sutton Veny, St Leonard Old Church, Warburton, St Werburgh, Hardington, Bampfylde, St Mary, East Shefford, St Thomas, Stockwood, St Edwald, Upton Cresset, St Michael, Wolfhamcote, St Peter, East Horndon, All Saints, Friarmere, St Thomas, Revelstoke, St Peter the Poor Fisherman on the Devon coast, Wallingford, St Peter, Bothenhampton, Holy Trinity Old Church, Milton Mausoleum in Nottinghamshire, Potters Grove, St Mary, Ireby Old Church, York Holy Trinity Gudrumgate, our most visited church, West Dean, Borback Chantry, Whitcomb Church in Dorset, Nethercerne, All Saints, one of my favourites, Chute Forest, St Mary, Shotley, St Andrew, up in far Northumberland, Eldon, St John the Baptist, Swaffham Prior, St Cyriac and St Julita, Upton Power, St James, Upton Tower, Burham, St Mary, Allerton Molver, St Martin, Islington, St Mary, not in London, Fleet Marston, St Mary, Cambridge, St Peter, Ipswich, St Mary at Key, now a wellbeing centre run by Suffolk Mind, Aldenby, Holdenby, All Saints, Icklingham, All Saints, Michael Church, St Michael, the most stunning part of Herefordshire, Stocklynch, Ottersea, St Mary the Virgin, Alton Priors, All Saints, Berwick Basset, St Nicholas, South Tidworth, St Mary, Chickney, St Mary, Ellow, All Saints, Stretford, St Cosmas and St Damien, Lower Gravenhurst, St Mary, East Peckham, St Michael in Kent, Winterbourne, Thompson, St Andrew, Charfield, St James, Newnham, Murren, St Mary. Number 50. Sappiston, St Andrew, Wormsley, St Mary, Yatton Chapel, Barnaby, St Mary, Brentingby Tower, about to be returned to the owner of the nave, Pitstone, St Mary, Sandwich, St Peter, Colmore, St Peter ad Vincula in Chains, Farndish, St Michael, Old Dilton, St Mary, Wakeley, St John the Baptist, Albury, St Peter and St Paul, one of the first ones I ever visited in Surrey, Clixby, All Hallows, Hale, St Margaret in Norfolk, Little Barford, St Denis, Hockwald, St Peter, Little Stanmore, St Lawrence, Guyherne Chapel, Stanton, St John the Baptist, Croom Davito, St Mary Magdalene, Lassington, St Oswald Tower, Newton Green, All Saints, Bywell, St Andrew, Itchinstoke, St Mary, Gloucester, St Nicholas, Longstanton, St Michael, Covehithe, St Andrew, falling into the sea off the edge of Suffolk, Hartwell, the Assumption, Oburn, St Cuthbert, Feltwell, St Nicholas, Preston Gubble, St Martin, Everley, St Peter, Hartley Whitney, St Mary, Skidbrook, St Botolph, Little Sombourne, All Saints, Parsons Drove, St John the Baptist, Wentworth, Holy Trinity Old Church, Little Washbourne, St Mary, Preston Deanery, St Peter and St Paul, Thedlethorpe, All Saints, Berwick, St Leonard, Edworth, St George, Haseby, St Margaret or St Barbara, Abbottsley, St Margaret, Normanton, St Nicholas, Saltfleetby, All Saints, the Leaning Tower, Chichester, St John the Evangelist, Freefolk, St Nicholas, North Barneyham, St Peter, Steeple Gigging, St Andrew, Sudbury, St Peter, Barton Bendish, St Mary, 100. Paddlesworth, St Benedict, Tetbury, St Saviour, West Burgalt, St Mary, Leeds, St John the Evangelist, West Harling, All Saints, Stainburn, St Mary, Adderley, St Peter, or at least half of it, Great Steeping, All Saints Old Church, York, St Lawrence Tower, Aldwinkle, All Saints, Edlesborough, St Mary the Virgin, home of the Rose Brass, Conington, All Saints, Calthorpe, St Michael, Worcester, St Swithin, Stanstead Abbotts, St James. Hooray! Wilton St Mary Old Church, Gunton St Andrew, Normanby by Spittal St Peter, Oxley Chapel, Elston Chapel, Lower Basildon St Bartholomew, Akenham St Mary, Billesley All Saints, Blatherwick Holy Trinity, Cooling St James, Little Wenham All Saints, Chiselhampton St Catherine, Idmiston All Saints, Offord Darcy St Peter, Harewood All Saints, Lee All Saints Old Chancel, Birdforth St Mary, I don't think I've ever been, Goltho St George, sadly ruined by fire, South Elmham All Saints, Buckingham St Nicholas, Coston St Michael, Heaton Norris Tower, Brougham St Ninian, Haltham-on-Bain St Benedict, Duxford St John, Evesham St Lawrence, Maddington St Mary, Redbourne St Andrew, Elworthy St Martin of Tours, Emborough the Blessed Virgin Mary, Luffingcott St James, Rickinghall St Mary, Tortington St Mary Magdalene, West Stourmouth All Saints, Lead in Yorkshire St Mary, Ashley St Mary, Kirk Sandal St Oswald. 152, Buckland St Andrew, Malton St Mary, Warminghurst the Holy Sepulchre, Withcote Chapel, Privet Holy Trinity, a massive Victorian church in the middle of a field, Bridgenorth St Leonard, Branderson St Nicholas, Cameley St James, East Ruston St Mary, Beer Church St Michael Audley Chapel, Bungay St Mary, Inglesham St John the Baptist, William Morris loves you, Newnham Courtney All Saints Old Church, Cambridge All Saints, William Morris loves you too, Tarleton St Mary, Thurgerton All Saints, Kingerby St Peter, Pensford St Thomas a Becket Tower, and how the community make use of that little tower, Burwell St Michael, Dean St Peter, Oselworth St Nicholas of Myra, West Ogwell Church, King's Lynn St Nicholas Chapel, Eastleach St Martin, Wickenhall St Mary the Virgin, Yarborough St John the Baptist, Chilton St Mary, Hopham All Saints, Longford Talbot Chapel, Wenby St Martin, Battlefield St Mary Magdalene, Lancaster St John the Evangelist, Blackburn Holy Trinity, Fishton Delamere St Nicholas, Morton Jeffreys, Bromyard. No dedication. Sandwich St Mary, Clanrothal St John the Baptist, very, very close to Wales but not quite in there, Thropeham St John the Baptist, Wordwell St All Saints, Steventon St Mary, Bristol St John the Baptist, Burringham St John the Baptist, Macclesfield Christ Church, Mungewell St John the Baptist, Orchiston St George, Stratford Tony St Mary and St Lawrence, Esher St George, Rowcliffe St Mary, Stretton-on-the-Feld St Michael, Badley St Mary, Northover St Andrew, and Capel-le-Fern St Mary the Virgin. Leicester All Saints, Sawnby St Martin of Tours, Capel St Thomas a Becket, Lowmarnham St Wilfrid, Pilling St John the Baptist Old Church, Walpole St Andrew, North Cotterington St Mary, Farlingdale St Stephen Old Church, just above Robin Hood's Bay, Skelton Old Church, Christ the Consoler, Brownsover St Michael and All Angels, Higham St Mary, Colchester St Leonard at the Hythe, West Walton St Mary Bell Tower, Shorncott All Saints, Spetchley All Saints, Yeazer St Mary the Virgin, Buslingthorpe St Michael, Wroxeter St Andrew, Bolton All Souls, Shimpling St George, Coverham Holy Trinity, Torbryan Holy Trinity, Claydon St Peter, Broughton St Lawrence, Holcombe St Andrew Old Church, Shrewsbury St Mary the Virgin, Booton St Michael the Archangel, Pendle Old Church, Sutton Mallet Church, Bristol St Thomas the Martyr, Burley Holy Cross, Kedleston All Saints, South Cowton St Mary, Chadshunt All Saints, South Somercote St Peter, Sunderland Holy Trinity, may she rise again, Tarrant Crawford St Mary the Virgin, Halstead Holy Trinity, Thirlbere St Thomas, Low Elswick St Stephen, Upton St Michael, Uphill St Nicholas, Preston Candover St Mary the Virgin, Old Church, Winterbourne Came St Peter, Brockley St Nicholas, Derby St Werburgh, or a part of it, Avon Dasset St John the Baptist, Halifax Haley Hill, All Souls, Otterhampton All Saints, Little Bromley St Mary the Virgin, Kingsdown St Catherine, Cotton St Michael, Stonham Parva, St Mary the Virgin, Beeby All Saints, Carrington St George, Norwich St John the Baptist, Preston Park St Peter, Stanwick St John the Baptist, Further St Bartholomew, Old Langho St Leonard, Church Norton St Wilfrid, Stanstead Mount Fitchett St Mary the Virgin, Fledborough St Gregory, Hove St Andrew, Cadeby St John the Evangelist, Lambton Woodland St Mary, Little Witchingham St Faith, Roseland St Anthony, the far southwest tip of Cornwall, Strensham St John the Baptist, Knowlton St Clements, Skelton in Cleveland, All Saints Old Church with pirates in the graveyard, North Stoke St Mary the Virgin, Vale of Lune St Gregory, Patsall St Mary, Willingale St Andrew, Norwich St Lawrence, Littleborough St Nicholas, Washbrook St Mary, Heckingham St Gregory, Hellington St John the Baptist, Thornton St Michael and All Angels, Copley St Stephen, Lee Delamere St Margaret, Lower Sapie St Bartholomew Old Church, Home Lacey St Cuthbert. And on the 1st of April 1994, the Redundant Churches Fund became CCT. And then took on Ralston St Andrew, Sherburn All Saints, Draycott Cerne St James, Clapton in Gordano St Michael, Langport All Saints, Exeter St Martin, Snarford St Lawrence, Friend St Andrew, Oldbury on the Hill St Harold, Satterley St Peter, East Bradnam St Mary, Stapleford St Mary Magdalene, Colchester St Martin, Bradstone St Nonna, Goodnestone St Bartholomew, Cranford St Andrew, Fordwich St Mary the Virgin, Little Cawthorpe St Helen, Little Hormead St Mary the Virgin, Beaconsall All Saints Old Church, Brookthorpe St Swithin, Waterloo Christ Church Old Church, North Hewish St Mary, Northampton St Peter, Churchill St Michael, Catmore St Margaret, Garthorpe St Mary, Edmundthorpe St Michael and All Angels, Bristol St Paul, now home to Circumedia, Norwich St Augustine, Alexton St Peter, Princetown St Michael and All Angels, high on Dartmoor, Richard's Castle St Bartholomew, Luddenham St Mary, Cheam Lumley Chapel, Puxton Holy Saviour, East Heslerton St Andrew, Vange All Saints, Stamford St John the Baptist, Kingsbury St Andrew, and on the 1st of September that year, 2003, I joined the Trust. Wintringham St Peter, Shipton Solars St Mary, Imber St Giles on Salisbury Plain, Redgrave St Mary the Virgin, Waith St Martin, Sturchley St James, Waldershire All Saints, Wensley Holy Trinity, Notting St Margaret of Antioch, vested in the Trust in 2009, our 40th anniversary. Thornton the Moors St Mary, St Bree St Nicholas, Swingfield St Peter, Fallinge St Edmund the Martyr, the great Rochdale Masonic Church, Botolph St Botolph on the South Downs, Linley St Leonard, Aston St Mary, Ufford St Andrew, Merston St Giles, Freeby St Mary, Wardley St Botolph, Sapperton St Kenelm, Doddyton All Saints, and Lowham Chapel in Somerset. 23rd of June 2017. Thank you.